I'm Amy from ResidentRockstar.com, and I'm talking to Hannah from Scarlet Canary. And we're at Black Sky Brewery. And so I want to know about you, like, who are you, where did you come from, how did you get into music, and then I want to know about your band and all that stuff. So start at the beginning, tell me.
Well, I started out with music pretty early. My mom was in a rock band that toured all the time, all through the 80s and stuff. And it was mainly like a cover band and stuff. But pretty much from like birth, I was into music.
Nice.
My mom sang all the time when I was a kid, and from a very young age, I was in choir and things like that. And then I played violin and, learned some piano and other stuff like that. No, I never really was in a band. I just did like the basic stuff, like the choir and things like that. That was really about it. But I was never in a band actually until this one, which we started in 2010, I think.
2010?
Yeah.
You can bring in a consultant if you need to. You can bring in a second party.
No, I'm just trying to remember. I'm blonde, so those things don't stick very long. Right,
no, I just like if you have other members of the band here, you can totally bring them in. I don't know, like.
You want to come be in the sound?
You can contribute from off camera as well if you like.
Oh yeah, I'll be like the parents in like Peanuts.
But you have to tell us who you are and what you do, like at least once on camera. Can you do that? At least one time, and then you don't have to be on there. So what do you do?
I play guitar.
You play guitar?
Yeah, I debated.
And what's your name?
Alan.
Alan. Excellent. Okay, thank you. Now that we've identified Alan.
I feel so awkward at these things.
Awkward is my middle name. It is literally Amy Jolene Awkward.
Right?
Hutchison.
It's kind of like Austin Danger Powers.
Ooh. That's snazzy. Right.
But anyway, yeah, so we started the band in college with our old roommate, and he actually died of cancer a couple years back. Yeah, but really good dude. We wrote our song Regrets about him.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'd never been on stage in a band. I'd never got any leads in theater. I never got any solos in choir. I'd never just done any of it,
Right.
I didn't try or want to. I just never got the opportunity to. So when he was like, hey, you want to be in this band and sing and do stuff? I was like, hell yeah, I do.
Right? You're like, give it your best shot.
Yeah. So anyway, so we just started the band. I started singing. We did some covers. We did that kind of stuff, and then here we are, still doing it.
I want to know from your point of view, like, how would you, if you had to categorize your band, and this is like my least favorite question on the planet because I feel it's so unfair, but like, if you had to categorize your band, what kind of music do you think you make?
Well, we usually describe ourselves as aluminum. We're not quite metal, but
that's kind of cool.
but no, it's weird, like, especially with female-fronted bands these days, there's so much room for, like, you can really do anything with it.
Right.
You can be more pop influenced, you can be more, indie influenced,
right.
You can scream the whole time, like, it's like, the sky's the limit. So, yeah, we kind of describe ourselves as, like, aluminum. We're hard rock metal, screaming and sing, 80s influenced vocals backed by modern guitar riffs.
So what is your, like, major influence? Like, if you would have to think about, like, I don't know, like 5 bands that majorly influenced you musically and that you could say, yeah, I feel this in my music, like, who would that be?
Well, I love Hailstorm.
They're great.
Absolutely freaking love that band. I really love like kind of the poppier or like the more mainstream side of like some of the heavier metal. So like I like Bullet for My Valentine. I really like Periphery.
Nice.
I like I've been really into Animals as leaders too lately, which they don't really have vocals, which is weird for me because I'm a singer and I kind of latch onto that. But I love Animals as leaders. But yeah, just like I kind of like everything. I like rock. I like indie. I like some pop.
Right. You're like, I say that literally.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of different influences in your music, and I heard that you had some fucking pipes on you. I mean, I was out there taking pictures, and I was like, well, this girl can sing. Like, so where did that come from, and what do you enjoy singing the most? And like.
Well, it's actually funny. When I first started singing, I was an alto, or an alto too, so I sang the really deep stuff. I never really had a range, and then when I started singing with the band and stuff, I kind of started to build my range a little bit more. But I like stuff that when I'm not singing like metal and like hard rock and stuff, I love singing. Actually, I like singing country. I like singing jazz and like more like soulful stuff,
Cool.
And Just basically anything. I just like to sing, so if someone will let me sing, I'm gonna sing, you know. So.
That's awesome. So you just recently played in Grand Junction, right?
Yeah.
That was like night before last or something like that, wasn't it? This weekend?
Saturday.
Yeah, it's all one big long day, man.
It is.
I think Janis Joplin said that or something, but like, it is. Seriously, it is when you're in the entertainment business. So obviously you guys are a local band here in Denver. Do you have a day job?
Yeah, I actually work for a cell phone company down in Castle Rock. I'm the graphic designer.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I do for the day job. We work, Alan and I combined, each work about between 40 and 50 hours a week, and then on Friday when we get off work, we load all our shit in the van, drive overnight, and go play music. So.
Right, so who else is in the band besides you guys?
So our bass player is Marcos. He's the big, burly, tall, ginger Mexican.
Cool.
Stealth Mexican, though. And then Roll Tide, his real name is Marcus, but because it's Marcos and Marcus, we call him Roll Tide because he's from Alabama. He's our drummer.
Awesome.
And then Alan, better later. Yeah. And then me, and that's it. It's just the four of us.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, all that out of just the four of you.
Yeah, we're loud.
Yeah, no, it's great. I was like, whoa, these girls are awesome. So, how do you guys write music? Do you guys like all sit down in a place together? Is it like the two of you and then like you bring in other people? Or like, what is it that makes your music so, I don't know, like catchy? I was like, I'm really impressed, and like I saw some video, and you'll have to forgive me because I'm totally a stoner. I don't remember everything, but I saw some video of you on YouTube because we're all on social networking together, and I saw this in my feed of you and some other girl singing, and I was just like, who is it?
Lindsay, the little short girl that screams from the Anchor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We should talk to her too. She was fabulous.
No, she's awesome. I don't understand how that noise comes out of that little girl.
Right?
No idea.
No, both of you. I'm like, how the. No, I wish I could do what you do. Like I love singing, but I'm nowhere near as good as you guys are. Like that's awesome.
I've never heard you
it's
sing,
just
so I
like
can't qualify that.
nobody has. I don't do it in public. No, like
you do it when the loudspeakers are on. And,
I'm like, no, they can hear me. Yeah, I'm probably horrible. I don't know. I'm tone deaf. I don't know if I can know. But no, you guys are amazing. And like what I like to do is highlight strong, powerful women who are doing stuff that maybe necessarily isn't a female thing.
Yeah.
Because I've grown up in a very male-dominated industry since I was a kid. I grew up in a garage, all this stuff, and I've always been a tomboy, and people have always told me that I can't do this shit. Like, I had a dude try to pay me $100 not to do drywall when I was pregnant once, because like my job was drywall at the time, and that's how we made our living. And so, I was like, no, like I'm gonna hang the drywall. That's my job. Like,
yeah, I've gotta do my job.
It's just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean shit. Like I feel that. I feel that. Whatever. But yeah, like that's just like something I really value in people and in musicians and artists. And so, you as a female performer, like how do you relate to your audience? Like what do you get out of this that keeps you doing it? Because obviously it's not paying your bills. You're a resident rock star. I mean, the name is what it is. It's about where you start and where you come from and where you are. We want to get you out there once you get going. So
we really genuinely appreciate.
Yeah. Like I mean, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody, like Slayer was once a garage band.
Oh yeah.
And some of their best shit was when they were a garage band. Metallica is a great example of that.
Yeah,
So yeah, like what we want to do is take people that are here now in our residency and highlight them for the national artists that we photograph and that we work with on a regular basis to see, so that you can go out on a tour. So tell me what I need to know about you to get you out there, to get you on the next level. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to do? We've always, from the get-go, from the very beginning, when we first were like, hey, we want to play live shows, it's always been about the live show. It's not that we don't pay attention to our music, we do. It's not that we don't, take pride in our gear or our appearance or anything like that, we do. But it's the show, you want to connect with everybody. In the moment.
Yeah, everybody's there for one reason, that's to see music. They want, they can listen to it on the radio, they can buy it off iTunes, and, it never changes. They want to see live, they want to connect with you as a person,
Right, feel it.
Yeah, experience the music right there in front of them, tangible, So we've always been all about the live show.
Right.
And that's something that's, always going to stick with us. And every time we've ever played a new place or played, we've played with a couple of regional acts, and now we've played with a ton of national acts too. One of the things that they always say to us every single time, never fails, is they're always really impressed with our live show. And it's
That's great.
Because, we don't stop moving.
Right.
If I'm not sweaty and flinging sweat at you by the end of the show,
right.
I failed.
No, you get going.
Yeah, and so we just want to make sure that everybody who's there has a good time, enjoys themselves. Tip the bartender, have fun, drink some beer.
Right.
You're there to let off steam and have fun. That's the whole
Buy
point.
T-shirts.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, so that's what we're really all about. It's not that again, it's not that we don't like like light shows and the theatrics and stuff. And one day we hope to get to that point where we can add that to our set. But man, we are never gonna stop moving.
Right. That performance is definitely powerful. So like we talked a little bit about touring. Like how many tours have you done? Who have you toured with? Who have you opened for? Tell me give me your little mini resume of what you've done already. Because I know a little bit of this shit, but like our viewers, they don't know all this stuff. They don't know anything about you probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, we've opened for. I can't even name them all anymore.
A lot. I've seen a lot.
Yeah, we've opened for Lita Ford. We've opened for Skillet. We've opened for We As Human. We went on tour with Stitched Up Heart. We went on tour with City of the Week. Both of them are signed to Another Century Media. We played with Butcher Babies. We've played with Gemini Syndrome.
Love those guys. All of them.
They're fantastic. We have. Well, Alan, who else have we played with? You're better at remembering all these than I am.
Smile Empty Soul.
Smile Empty Soul, Trapped.
I've played with Saliva so many times I've forgotten.
Yeah. But yeah, just basically anytime a national comes through, whether it's like hard rock metal or even like the lighter side, pretty much we're on the list.
So you have goals to go on tour? Like, are you gonna just like drop your day job and like go if it happens, or like what what are your goals here?
Well, right now we do tour. We hit just over 100 shows last year. We're hoping to hit.
And the big 30.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've now played in 30 states.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah.
Wisconsin 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were in Wisconsin.
Awesome.
It's the first time we played there. Yeah, so we tour right now. We do what we call Weekend Warrior Daisy touring. So any Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is completely fair game. Anywhere within about 10 to 15 hours from Denver, and we'll drive 10 hours for one show and drive back, if that's what has to happen.
Cool.
And but yeah, we want to quit our day jobs. That's the goal. But,
so if like somebody offered you like a 60 or 90-day tour and it was like you were getting like, I don't know, paid enough to live off of.
Oh yeah, we'd go.
You would definitely go. You just drop it and go.
Yeah.
But that's not the reality of touring, though.
No,
we know that.
no.
That's like an
So-
ideal situation, right?
Yeah. Well, and actually, it's funny. So since I am a graphic designer, I have the
Right.
opportunity to do some cool stuff. I actually work with a lot of local bands. I've done a couple local logos.
That's
I work
great.
with venues. So like, I have my own little tiny little thing that I wanted
Do
to
like mobily.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I could really build up my own graphic design business if I wanted to.
You hear that? She's for hire.
Yeah. Right. So I would love to do that while we're here.
Right.
And I love doing. I'm learning how to do lyric videos right now. I always knew how to use the software.
Right.
If it's in Adobe, I know how to use it.
But it's an art form in itself,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. So I'm in my 2 to 30 minutes. I get a night that I'm not doing something else when I
Right.
get home. That's what I'm doing. And then I am in the process of learning how to do music videos too. And again, it's not like you don't know. I've been in music videos. I've helped shoot them before. I know how to do them, but it's a kind of a different animal when you're like so.
Right, and like any good artist, you want to keep it like you want to do your very best.
Yeah.
You always want to put your very best out there, right?
Yeah. So like all of that stuff, I would like to do that when I'm here. But if we could even like, if it was the right artist and they were like, yeah, you get 100% of your merch sales and you don't have to buy on, and you get,
Yeah.
even if it's $100 a show, I'd be like, let's
talk about that though. That's the reality of it. Is the buy-on. That's the reality of like being in the music industry right now. Bands, even major bands that are signed to labels, they live off of merchandise sales and fucking. They don't get very much money from like online album sales and stuff. They get like a percentage, and it comes in a royalty check every once in a while. But most bands that are in your level, or even like a little higher than you, like maybe they're just about to get signed or they're signed to some lower level label. They're doing what's called a buy-on, right? It's where you fork out your hard-earned cash to go out with an established band who has a giant fan base that's in your kind of genre, right?
Yeah.
And and that enables you to build a fan base.
Yeah.
To where basically, like, eventually maybe you'll take over and, like, you'll be in this person's place. Kind of like an apprenticeship almost, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fans, but more than anything, why these bands go out and do it is that they don't want to put in the work to tour themselves most of the time. It's really hard work to find contacts and convince people out of stadium.
Yeah, if you're starting out, you don't know many people outside of your area.
Yeah, so I see a lot of a big supporter of bands who work their way up,
right?
That earn their stripes, Stitched Apart is a great representation of that. They've been touring for years, and they played so many shows in a year, and lived out of their van and ate ramen and did all that stuff. And then when a record label came to them and was like, "Hey, we want to sign you," they got to dictate, "Hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to do." Or at least from what I can see as an outside viewer.
Right, but it's a long, hard road to get to that point. And the buy-on is not necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily something you want to not do. Like, it is a way to keep the music industry going. Like, people don't understand. Like, when you taking a song off the internet, it's not a big deal. But when it becomes like 100 million songs, that shit adds up, and it becomes harder and harder and harder for the working musician to be a musician. Because all of a sudden everybody's got access to your music that you created that they can't create for free, and so that's a big deal. I mean, people don't understand. They're like, "Oh yeah, Metallica had this huge fucking fit about their music, and that's what started this whole fucking thing." And like, but you know what? They're right. Like, it is their music, and you should pay for music. Like, people should totally go to shows and buy tickets and buy merchandise and pay for music. Like, whenever possible. Yeah, I can download music for free. I'm a fucking media person. I get shit before it comes out.
Yeah.
But I still go buy an album.
Oh, me too. I'm the exact same.
I'm a collector.
Yeah.
A real collector likes the lyrics, like, in your hand.
Yeah, I'm physical. I don't buy, I think I still have an iTunes account, but I don't ever use it. I am so physical.
Right.
I buy the CDs.
There's some things that digital music is great for. I mean, it's great for the gym. It's great for, like, long car rides. It's great for a lot of things, but there's nothing like going to your collection and picking out that CD and, like, reminiscing about all the things that happened when that CD came out and reading the lyrics and stuff like that. So I always want to stress that in interviews. Like, it is really important to support not only local bands, but national touring bands, no matter how big you think they are. That stage show, that fucking costs some shit, Like, I mean...
Yeah, roadies don't feed themselves, okay? You have to pay them to be there, and then you have to pay them.
That's a whole nother interview. Like, we could interview roadies for days.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's from the inside, it's a whole nother world, and then there's, like, a lot of stuff you guys go through to bring music to people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not easy at all.
Don't record themselves.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of dedication, and it's a lot of, like, going to work on very little sleep.
Yeah.
Which can affect your career.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always want to stress, like, the sacrifice that musicians and artists make to bring that to people. Like, when you're putting yourself out there in, like, the wholest sense. And so, I mean, I again come back to the question that I asked you earlier, and I don't think I let you actually answer it, which was,
cool.
what do you get out of it when you're up there and you're performing and you see somebody like me or like anybody else that, like, connects with your music? What do you get out of performing?
Well, I mean, obviously the actual physical show, like when you're up there, see people get excited and lift their glasses and chant and headbang, and, there's nothing quite like being on stage. There really isn't. It's like a whole completely different animal. Like, I don't really do drugs. I just never really wanted to. But I do have friends who have done real drugs.
Like hard drugs, yeah.
And they describe, like, the highs that they get from them, and I'm like, why don't you just play music? Because that's what it feels like. Being up on stage in front of people.
Right.
It's completely, it's magical.
I think that's the best thing I've heard in a long time. That's the best description I think I've heard in a long time.
Yeah. It's the PG version of ecstasy. No.
Right, like, it's legal. It's like, I don't know, like a runner's high or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy. Like, you don't realize how much you can touch and affect people's lives by just standing up there and doing stuff. And like one of my favorite things is, like, seeing the people that haven't even seen our show. There's this really great guy that runs this kind of like blog music thing out in Kansas called Music Hour. Mm-hmm. And his little girl, she got our album, and she hadn't even seen us live or anything. And oh my God, that was Nathan, right? It was this little girl. Yeah. All she wanted for Christmas, the only thing she wanted for Christmas was a signed poster from us.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, like it's just, I would never have thought that I would have touched.
She's gonna grow up and be like the greatest singer in the whole wide world, you know, like
dominate the rock industry. Hell yeah.
Right.
But no, so like it's just crazy. You don't really expect to touch people like that, you know?
Right.
And touch their lives and change them that way.
Children are so honest. Like it's such an honest thing.
Oh, they are. There's been little children who literally come up to me and been like, "Why are you so angry?" I'm like, I'm really not.
That's great though that like people feel safe to bring their kids to your shows, right?
Yeah.
Obviously they're coming with their parents.
Yeah.
Who enjoy your music.
We're definitely not a PG band.
Right.
We mob.
No, you do. Yeah, like you get crazy up there.
Yeah, but I mean, we're never gonna, chastise anybody for bringing their kids.
Right. No. Expose your children.
Yeah, I'm not gonna apologize for cussing, but at the same time, dude, if you want to bring your kid out and they want to hang out and do that stuff and be a part of the music industry, do it.
Yes.
Because music is awesome.
Yeah, you never know what they're gonna be.
Yeah, we need more kids listening to rock and metal and less kids listening to Kesha and Beyonce.
Exactly. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but
no, it's just there's so many already.
There's so many. Yeah, we can go other places. There's other things to do.
Diversify your portfolio. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen to many
Right.
kinds of music.
Speaking of other things to do, tell me where people can find your music, like plug your website and all that stuff.
Yes, we have, we're on Facebook obviously, Scarlet Canary, we're really the only one. And we're on Instagram, again, Scarlet Canary Band, we're on Twitter, Scarlet Canary 1, we have a website, it's scarletcanaryband.com. You can find all of our music everywhere, literally everywhere. We're on Pandora, we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon, Play,
Awesome.
Google Play, we're on
You've got it.
everywhere. So you can find our music everywhere. We're dropping we may or may not be dropping a music video here soon.
Yeah, what's coming up in the future?
Yeah, well, we're looking at it. We have a bunch of really great shows coming up that we're doing, and of course I always do the covers with the Anchor, with Lindsay and the Anchor.
Oh, fun, yeah.
Do another one in a couple of months with her too.
Definitely share that with us. We'll share it.
Yeah. Well, because I did the walk the moon cover of Shut Up and Dance with her, and that was so much freaking fun.
Yeah, is that the one I saw probably on Facebook or something?
Yeah,
like
it got shared by like KVPI and a couple other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's like the most popular one. I also did Titanium with them too.
Nice.
But
those are fun.
yeah.
And you guys just do that in your apartment or what? Like
Yeah.
nice.
Corey's,
That's
like,
so fun, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, they're really enjoyable videos. I enjoyed them. YouTube's like the wave of the future, you know. If you don't have a good YouTube video, you're not like really a band or something. But
yeah. Well, yeah, and that's like we're definitely we. It's not that we're lazy musicians. We're not by any means. We just have so much going on all the time.
Right.
That it's really hard to push that stuff out there. So
right.
we feel really bad that we don't have more on there. We're definitely going to make a concerted effort this year to get more videos.
No, you've got some good stuff. Yeah.
Stuff up there.
Yeah, little bits at a time, man. And I think I interviewed, was it fucking Cradle of Filth?
Oh, yeah.
And he was telling me that if he was going to start over, if he was a new band, he would do a video. He would get a video and get it out there, and that's what he would do because that's like the new demo.
It is. It really is.
So yeah, definitely keep up those YouTube videos and those cover songs and all that stuff and those great shows. And can you send me a list of your like upcoming shows and stuff? Can you we'll do like a little follow-up email thing, and because I'll have some follow-up questions for you.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, we're I think we only have 3 Denver dates coming up between now and July. There's 2 at the end of the month. Both of them are at Pit Stop Tavern with Metal on the Moon.
Cool.
One of them, Alice, at the 21st and the 27th.
I think I have those listed on the calendar already.
21st and 27th at Pit Stop. 22nd and 27th.
Yeah, I think we have those listed on our calendar.
But then our big Denver date, which I'm really excited about, is in July on the 8th. Yeah, on July 8th at the Gothic with the Anchor. They're doing like a video shoot. It's going to be like a huge show. We're already like almost
cool.
halfway on it.
Tell us about it and make sure I know, and I'll share it for you and stuff too.
Please do. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
we're
great.
out of town a lot in the next couple months.
That's great though.
Yeah.
That's great. I want to see you out there on the road and hitting it big and getting a record deal. You guys are definitely doing all the right stuff. You know, I've been around a minute and I've seen a few bands come through, and like I always take notice of a band that's doing the right things. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. We're going to try, it's definitely it's what we want to do. It's not like we're like, oh, we should do music or we should be
Right.
stay-at-home dog owners. No, we definitely like
Stay-at-home dog owners.
We do have a dog. Her name's Zelda.
Does she go on tour?
No, she's too big.
Oh, damn.
She's a German Shepherd Collie mix.
Oh yeah, way too big. Woo! Yeah, you need a little dog for tour.
Yeah, no, she's
Tour dog.
But no, so we definitely we are grinding.
Awesome.
Nose to the pavement. We're definitely working at it. So
Awesome. Well, keep in touch and keep us informed. And I'll be looking forward to seeing more from you guys.
yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.